me and you are like this today. Oh my, it's definitely, you'd have to take avocados.
Yeah.
It's common for actors to find love on set. It's also fairly common that they'd break up and have to continue filming like nothing happened. Let's get into some of these. Number 1. Friendship turned romantic on this one. Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde met on the set of Don't Worry Darling back in September 2020, and apparently the chemistry was immediate. Their co-stars knew something was bound to happen even before they did. Everyone saw it coming. During breaks, he hasn't been able to stay away and visited her trailer. An interesting moment for Harry was shooting the intimate scenes where he gets to be directed by Olivia Wilde, who both directed and acted in the film. Surprisingly, it wasn't as awkward as you would think. I had a wonderful experience being directed by Olivia, though he found the scenes awkward to shoot regardless, but shooting it with Olivia behind the lens made it a lot easier. Being able to trust your director is a gift.
Boys and their toys. At least we know they're getting work done.
Number 2. These Cobra Kai stars have quite the history.
You guys are clearly like super good friends, you know, so I want to know any funny
The funny thing about their relationship is that they've known each other since they were teenagers, with Jacob being really good friends with Peyton's brother. The two first met in 2015 on the set of Disney's The Swamp, but it wasn't until years later that they actually got together. They ended up confirming their relationship in March 2022. Jacob confessed to TMZ, "We've been dating for a while. I've never dated anyone I've worked with before. This is almost trial by fire." Number 3. Everyone's favorite Hollywood couple, but it took them 5 years to actually come out as that. Tom Holland and Zendaya first worked together on Spider-Man: Homecoming, and were found to be the subject of romance rumors ever since. It wasn't until 2019 that their on-screen characters shared their first kiss, setting the fandom into a frenzy. Months later, Zendaya and Tom were spotted kissing in a car, thus confirming the rumors of their relationship. They've been going strong, and are a consistent pillar of support in each other's lives, with Tom playing a pivotal role for Zendaya when depicting those tough scenes in Euphoria. I think it's great to have that support and love around you, because you need that. Zendaya shared when asked about how Holland pulls her out of the dark moments as Rue. "This isn't an easy job, so it's good to have that to free you up from it every now and then." Number 4. The Riverdale cast are no strangers to off-screen chemistry.
Who is Charles Melton David? My girlfriend. And what kind of question is that, people?
Camila Mendes and Charles Melton, who play Veronica and Reggie, announced their relationship on Instagram in 2018, but ended up calling it quits shortly after their 1-year anniversary. However, they did promise their fans that they would keep things cool and professional between them for the sake of the show. Number 5. More behind-the-scenes Riverdale romance. Cole Sprouse and Lili Reinhart met while filming the CW show's first season. They began dating shortly after, in July 2017. 2 years later, in July 2019, it had been made public knowledge that the pair had split up. They did get back together shortly after, but broke up for a second time in May 2020. They did have to continue working together, even still portraying an on-screen couple, despite the assumptions that they were not on speaking terms outside work. Number 6. We got a great album out of this one. Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett first met on the set of High School Musical: The Musical: The Series in 2019, from which their on-screen chemistry transferred over into real life, with fans speculating a romantic relationship. In 2020, Olivia told the LA Times about one of her experiences working with Joshua where he improvised a line. He said, "Remember that one time we wrote a song and we didn't know if anybody would like it? That one made me cry because I just remembered sharing those memories with him. I love him so much. He's my best friend. It was like I wasn't acting." They ended up splitting sometime around 2020, with multiple songs being written by both partners about the other, resulting in them not being on speaking terms for at least a year. In July 2022, they amicably reunited on the red carpet. Number 7. Machine Gun Kelly is a musician, yes, but he's also been in a fair share of films. Do you remember him in Nerve? What about his film Good Morning?
Anyone know the number to 911?
He and Megan Fox met on the set of Midnight in the Switchgrass in 2020 and have been together ever since. People started speculating when she starred in his music video Bloody Valentine back in May of 2020.
What is my hidden talent? No, Buddha, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Number 8. This one is definitely a little awkward. Joey King and Jacob Elordi met on the set of Netflix's The Kissing Booth in 2017, which resulted in a whirlwind romance that lasted until 2019. But while, yes, Joey and Jacob's real-life relationship was over, Elle and Noah's relationship was just beginning. The Kissing Booth was so successful that it not only garnered The Kissing Booth 2 to follow, but as luck would have it, The Kissing Booth with 3, which premiered in 2021. That's a lot of time spent with your ex. When asked if she would ever date another co-star,
No, I couldn't.
Number 9. Stranger things have happened on the set of Stranger Things. Charlie Heaton and Natalia Dyer met while filming season 1 of Stranger Things.
Hey.
Apparently, the chemistry was super apparent before they'd even landed their roles. Matt Duffer, co-creator of the show, told GQ about their audition process. The first audition, we did a chemistry read with Heaton and Natalia, and sparks were flying. Number 10. From small roles in Stranger Things to starring in Outer Banks, Chase Stokes and Madelyn Cline met in 2019, right before season 1 started shooting, with Madelyn confirming their romantic relationship on Instagram in June 2020. By December 2021, the pair seemed to split up, with both parties deleting most of the Instagram photos of the other, though they continued to work on Outer Banks together. Number 11. Just a bit of awkwardness before the sequel. These 2 X-Men stars couldn't make it work off camera, but still delivered not 1, but 2 stellar movies after their breakup.
Nick always said whenever I yelled at him, I was always at my southern accent.
Jennifer Lawrence and Nicholas Hoult met on the set of X-Men First Class and continued to date just before filming the sequel, X-Men Days of Future Past. They were able to complete that film and join each other back on set for the 3rd installment of the franchise, X-Men Apocalypse.
See, like, his, smile flickering, and I'm like, why are you smiling? And he's like, because you sound like your dad.
Number 12. An on-screen couple turns into real-life husband and wife. Kit Harington and Rose Leslie met on the set of Game of Thrones and apparently fell in love during the show's 2nd season in 2012. I met my wife in this show, so in that way, it gave me my future family and my life from here on in. They were on again, off again until their engagement in 2017. They were married the following year in Scotland.
I was like, I'm sorry to keep banging on about Rose, but I was giving her a kiss like when we were at the airport and she's leaving for months. And this guy walks up and I went, no, no.
Number 13. Sparks fly on the set of Edward Scissorhands. Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder were one of the most famous couples in Hollywood throughout the duration of their relationship, from 1989 to 1993. Johnny Depp was one of the first, and definitely not one of the last, people to get their partner's name tattooed on them. He got Winona Forever on his arm.
Could make it Wino Forever, for instance.
He did, eventually, get the tattoo changed to Wino Forever. Number 14. We really hate to bring up this era, but
I feel bad, because I don't feel like kissing you.
Twilight stars Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson started dating while shooting the first film in the legendary vampire franchise. They even broke up and got back together a few times before breaking up for good right before Breaking Dawn Part 2 came out. Though the breakup wasn't easy, they still have great camaraderie, and Kristen Stewart still speaks highly about Rob.
He's a charming guy. He's really...
He's the best.
Number 15. The Vampire Diaries is full of complicated love stories, on screen and off. Nina Dobrev, who plays the indecisive Elena, couldn't decide between the 2 Salvatore brothers, Damon and Stefan, but off-screen she definitely had her mind made up. After meeting on set in 2010, Nina tried really hard to hold back her feelings for co-star Ian Somerhalder. I didn't want to be dating one of my co-stars. My goal on that show was to be professional. But sometimes you can't help who you have a connection with, and you can only fight it for so long, which I did for a really, really long time. They dated for 3 years, ultimately ending their relationship in 2013, but continued to work together and portray an on-screen couple until 2015. There are so many love stories on and off the screen, it really is hard to keep track. Who is your favorite on-screen romance turned into a real-life couple? Let us know in the comments.